Are you still sending company announcements that bore everybody's eyes out? Today, we're going to talk about Claude AI, and I'm going to give you a prompt that's going to take those boring messages and make them fun, entertaining, and definitely readable for all your employees. I'm Mark DeGrasse, founder of AI Branding Academy, and Claude is my go-to tool for content. Content writing specifically is so much better, usually than ChatGPT and other platforms. And the projects file or function that they have within Claude make it really easy to organize your notes. Specifically with these videos that you're seeing here, I literally write all of the copy for the titles, the descriptions, the hook lines that you hear and are super entertained by. Those are all from Claude. And they make it really easy to do. And a lot of times, if you're trying to mimic your voice with your writing specifically, I wrote the book Always on Brand. And even though, I'm going to come up with a course for this. Even though I started with just the prologue, I was able to take that, use my voice and all my concepts within Claude and create the rest of the book or a lot of the rest of the book simply by using one of those projects. So I'm going to walk you through how Claude AI works. It's very similar to ChatGPT. Then I'm going to give you a prompt so that you can take those boring company announcements and make them super entertaining or serious or anything you really want, but it's going to be written well so that people actually read it. All right, so welcome to Claude. Claude also has a free plan. I'm going to show you the professional plan just to give you an idea of what's in here, but it's very similar to ChatGPT or a lot of the other platforms that use this chat function. So what you have at the top is, of course, your prompt starter, and you could actually modify which version you have. Again, I'm showing you Pro. It's actually simplified within the free version, but you can see you can actually select the actual version you're using. I'm not going to get into that today, and I'll actually probably do a specific episodes for what the different versions mean. But you can also choose the style, and the style is actually a huge component that makes Claude a little bit different from ChatGPT and very effective. So you can use normal, which is just the standard, concise, where you want shorter responses, explanatory, educational responses. So this is really good if you're doing research. Formal, clear and well structured. And then you can see here I have my style, Mark Book style. So this is how I wrote my book. I actually edited a style, made sure that it was in my voice and actually had my writing so you could take that and remake it to the best of its ability. So again, those are more advanced functions. I'll cover that in a different video. Then you have these other kind of like footnotes for like trying prompts. I don't find that super useful. But then you can select your projects, and your projects are actually a really effective way to use AI. I've showed it with Perplexity in one of the former videos, and then you have your recent chats down here. Now over here on the left, you have start new chat projects. Again, this is like your folder where you can contain a bunch of chats within one single area. And then you have your starred chats. So let's say that's something you come back to often and reference. And then you have, again, your recents, and finally your account information down in the lower left. Now I'm going to show you projects. This will give you an idea, and we'll do another tutorial on this as well. Here's all the different projects. But you can see I can come back to this often when I'm say writing copy for a podcast or a website, or you can see posting about my book. So I put it all in one place so I could actually look at my previous chats and say, okay, what have I done? What have I not done? And it actually learns from these previous chats as well. So let's go ahead and look at the Dads and Autism podcast. So this is one of my newer ones, and you can see how I've been writing each one of the episode copy in here. Now over on the right, you could also see where you could add content. So let's say you have your AI brand blueprint, which is our core branding document. You could upload this in here, or you could simply paste it. And so here you can see the brand pillars for this specific brand. That way, when it's writing content, it has that in mind. And this is it's a little bit different than the style. Style is a specific style of writing versus the project knowledge, which could be like a database of content. Like if I said, hey, here's 50 articles I've written, make sure that you reference these whenever you're writing a social media post, because I have a social media project. So that's just a quick run through of how Claude works. Let's go ahead and try it out, and we'll see what we can come up with. So again, we're going to use the make it not suck change announcement generator prompt. So basically, this is for boring or maybe unpopular information that you're trying to inform your employees about. And what it does is just ask you a simple list, and I'll show you how to input the information, and they'll generate an email that actually makes it readable to your employees. So in this case, please help me write an engagement engaging company email that will get employee buy-in and positive engagement about a workplace change. The email should address potential resistance, highlight preference benefits in a relatable way, and use appropriate humor to maintain morale. I need the tone to be encouraging but authentic, and the message should make employees feel their concerns are understood while building excitement for the change. Now, this has quite a few details, but you could just delete anything that you don't feel like creating, and it'll still do something good. Now, when you take and paste these, it's going to get rid of the formatting. So it's going to get rid of all these, paragraph marks, which will make it hard to fill these out. So I suggest using some kind of text editor, any text editor, literally text on the Mac will work. In this case, I just have my Google Drive doc, and here's where I'll actually update this. So what's changing? I'm going to say the food menu is getting rid of fast food items like pizza and anything deemed unhealthy or not natural. This will be healthier, but may not be popular with employees. All right, what's replacing it? We'll say healthy menu items without GMO, dyes, or other bad ingredients. Um, Superfood items. There you go. All right, key benefits: better living, healthier habits, less illness, and there you go. Any cost impacts? No cost change. Potential concerns: employees might miss pizza. Timing, we'll say next week. Desired tone, funny and excited. Email length preference, we'll say no more than 300, or we'll say 150 words. We'll make it short. All right. Any details that help, if relevant, any specific phrases, specific concerns, company specific context. This is where you'd want to put things that are specific to your company. So if you have like the main restaurant name for the campus or whatever it is, you might want to put those items in there. So whatever you think would be relevant. And honestly, you could just put like, this is my original email, which might be boring, and then it'll fix it. All right. So let's go ahead and copy this now. Copy. Actually, I don't include anything you don't need because it will still consider that. So I didn't put any additional options, so I'm not going to copy those. Put that in there. And voila. Now, again, I said that I usually use Claude for this purpose specifically for copywriting. It's just better most of the time than ChatGPT. And again, if you have your style, you could just select it in here, and now it's going to write your style without you having to prompt it to do that. So here's a draft email that aims to be relatable while addressing change. Hey team, big news from the cafeteria front. We're leveling up our menu next week. And before you panic, yes, we're saying goodbye to Pizza Fridays. Moment of silence, but hear me out. We're bringing in some seriously tasty alternatives that'll keep you energized past that 2 p.m. slump. Think vibrant Buddha bowls, protein-packed wraps, and snacks that don't require a post-lunch nap. Same prices, just more fuel for those brilliant minds of yours. I know change can be tough. Trust me, I've had a long-term relationship with the pepperoni pizza myself, but let's give it a shot. Your body will thank you, and who knows, you might discover your new favorite lunch that doesn't require an afternoon coffee rescue mission. Ready to explore the menu with us? Best, and then you put your name. All right, so you can see they still won't be happy about it. But you could tell that one, the manager of the company is making an effort. Two, they're doing it for the benefit of the employees. And three, it's kind of funny. There's those little quips in there, which might take some of that aggression that people might feel if you just sent an email. Menu change next week. Done, like, or something it's more just kind of blatant, just obvious, like, here's the change, I don't care how you feel like it, this is happening. That's what people see if you don't do something kind of fun like this. All right, so there you have it. Just a simple example of how you can apply Claude to your business. Again, I use Claude a lot for writing. So if are writing a lot of stuff like this, or maybe you're an HR professional who doesn't know how to put a branded spin on it to get people's buy-in, then try this out. It makes a huge difference. And even if you don't use a lot of it, and this is just true for all AI use, at least it gets you like 90% there. Now you could tweak it. You could add in maybe the menu items. You could add in, any other changes, but you have like a good base. And again, people will respond better to this than some kind of generic like company update. And then you'll get the buy-in, which is why copywriting works in the first place. So that's your lesson for today. Go ahead and try Claude. It's a great tool, and we'll be covering this for the next couple of days. So stay tuned.